right, let's talk. Because I think there's a lot of misconception behind what it really means to be a signed artist. You see someone with a track signed on a major label, one of the big three, even Warner Music, and you think, oh, this guy's made it. But let me be honest with you. I've released music with major labels, including Warner, and I'm still grinding. I'm still figuring all of this out. I'm working other jobs, juggling other projects. I'm trying to make the whole thing sort of sustainable. So today, I really just want to have a conversation, sort of like we're just chilling. I want to talk about the difference between being independent and getting music signed to labels. What is the difference? There's the pros, the cons, all of that stuff in between. And if also one is better than the other. Let's go with independent artists first. So independent artists are basically the driver of the entire product. So you're the producer, you're the social media marketer, you're basically everything, the PR agent, all of those things put together. You would usually upload your music through something like DistroKid, you would then promote it, and then you would get 100% of the royalties. It sounds great, right? Keeping 100% of your royalties, but then there's the flip side to that where you're the main driver of the whole marketing process. You're carrying the whole weight behind the marketing. So playlisting, maybe even a budget for promotion. You're sort of the driver behind it all, right? There's no real big push by the label.
Sammy, you are wrecking the car. Shut up.
It's just everything. You're it. And that basically sums up an independent artist. I mean, there's different ways to market yourself and try to generate streams via maybe TikTok or Instagram Reels or things like that in the modern age.
Catch me outside, how about that?
But that's basically what you're limited to. Self-releases, trying to generate income and promoting your own music. So now let's talk about if you're a small artist signed to a label, could be an indie label, maybe even a major label. The whole thing is a little bit different. So you, the artist, you take the track or EP, whatever you've been working on for weeks or sometimes even months, and then you hand it over to the label.
Take it! No. You must take it!
Upon release, they might allocate some budget spend, so it gives you that little bit of a social media boost. They might give you some playlisting. A lot of major labels have connections with Spotify playlists, big Apple Music playlists, just stuff like that, give you that push. You could get placed next to some big names in the industry, which gives you that credibility and a little bit of clout. All of that stuff actually gets the train moving a little bit and gives you a fair amount of boost for a short period of time. But then what are you sacrificing? A lot of the time you end up giving away more than 50% of your royalties. Sometimes you don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. Your currency view sort of then shifts from sort of monetization to exposure, especially if you're a small artist and you want that exposure. A lot of times you're not really thinking about what's going to generate income. See, at the end of the day, it's business, and record labels also know that, right? So there's thousands of artists trying to get onto these labels, right? You sort of have to be able to meet in the middle, especially if you're making really good music and the label kind of wants you to, then you meet in the middle. I'll talk a little bit about my experience now, just to give you a bit of a reference of how it is for myself, and it's sort of a real life example. The first time I got the all clear from the A&R and he said, yes, we love the track, let's release it on the major label, I was full excited. I was like, yeah, this is hectic, I'm gonna blow up.
4-day weekend.
And low key, like, it's a big thing. So I've been working towards this my entire life, and it's a big deal to release your music on a major label, and it looks sick. Vareso with the old Warner Music on the side with the copyright thing, that I actually love seeing that. I still love seeing that to this day. It blows my mind. So when the song was released a few months later, the reality was nothing really changed. I'm still hustling, I'm still pushing forward, I'm still trying to make quality music for everyone to listen to, and still sending demos to these labels, trying to get more and more releases and build up a catalog, right? Like, not that much has changed. Sure, it did some really good streams on YouTube, especially we hit, for a small artist like myself, like 70,000 views for a release is pretty decent. Across other platforms too as well, it's been getting a really good push. Warner's obviously got some good playlisting connections, so the streams sort of generate. But it hasn't really changed much for monetizing, for me anyway. It hasn't really generated some sort of income. And I also still had to put in a lot of the groundwork behind the release as well. I needed to push it a lot and all those different things. Yeah, sure, they allocate a budget and whatnot, but you still need to be the main driver as well. It's super important as well. Like, obviously it's a business and they investing money, so you need to also put in yourself. It's a two-way street, and I totally understand that. And weirdly, after these releases with these major labels, people are like, oh bro, you're killing it, you must be doing amazing and whatnot.
$40,000. I'm rich.
Let's be honest, from one side, yes, it is an amazing feeling saying I have released music with these labels. But also it's strange because I'm still here grinding, I'm still hustling, I'm still pushing away, trying to create quality music and trying to generate revenue streams from multiple different ways just so I can keep this dream alive, kind of thing. What I've come to realize over the years as a small artist and growing now a little bit larger and larger, and I mean, I'm still no one, but I'm always pushing, I'm still here for the grind, is that you need a combination of both. You need to release some on major labels, you need to release some on small labels, you also need to do some self-releases. Keep a catalog of dope music coming out and keep those core fans around you. You grab some people from here, grab some people from here. Some people might like it and go away. Some people might love it and stick around, and those guys are always awesome. I get a lot of messages saying, bro, this release is awesome, and I always try to engage with those people too. And here I am making YouTube videos because I actually quite enjoy giving my feedback and my experiences and everything to people that ask.
Grandpa's the name!
But I digress. What's the actual answer between signed versus independent? Honestly, the answer isn't really one size fits all. It can vary between person and what you are trying to achieve in the music industry. You can release on a major label and nothing happens, and then you can go do a self-release and promote on TikTok, and then bam, you get 1 million hits. There's no real playbook, but there's specific things that you can do and plan whichever path you take so you can try and maximize the best results for yourself. Over the years, I've done both. I've done self-releases and I've released with small labels and major labels. And really, the one big thing that I have learned is that no one is coming to save you in the music industry. You can sit and complain, you can talk about how people control or gatekeep or whatever, but at the end of the day, if you keep showing up, you keep putting in the work, you get off your bum and then you grind, well then you will get somewhere, and then you will slowly grow, and before you know it, you'll be ticking off those goals, and then you'll have some success. So yeah, it's all just a big grind, but it's a grind with meaning, especially for creators that really strive for success. And if you're an artist watching this and you're trying to figure out your own path, just remember, you're not alone. We're all in this together, grinding away. Let me know in the comments below if you're on the independent path, or if you are, or trying to be signed to a major label. I really want to hear your thoughts and experiences with some major labels if you have any. And if you really enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it to your producer friends, because it really helps me out. My name's Vareso, and it's time to hit the studio and make some bangers. Peace out.